Manchester City will say goodbye to one of the leaders. Raiola revealed Holland's next club. Ronaldo is depressed. Perez wants to keep Zidane. Koeman out, Xavi in. And of course, there are some updates on Neymar's comeback to Barcelona. Everything you wanted to know, we have it. Subscribe now and let's get going. Friends, what do you think of Neymar's return to Barca? Do you believe that this is possible to happen? While you're writing, we ask you to support us with a like. Done? Alright then, we are about to start. Barcelona and Everton have agreed on Coutinho's summer move. The Brazilian will return to Liverpool for 40 million euros, according to The Sun. Kylian Mbappe won't play against Lens in the next Liga 1 fixture. The striker has a shin injury. Chelsea wants to sign Tottenham striker Harry Kane. The deal will be very difficult to pull off, but Chelsea will give it a try. Lionel Messi is ready for a salary cut so that the club can sign Erling Haaland, reports Eurosport. Ajax signed a new contract with the head coach Erik ten Hag until the summer of 2023. Tottenham was the main contender for the specialist. Manchester United wants to make an inquiry to Juventus regarding the cost of the young Kulusevski, according to Calciomercato. Manchester City intends to compete for one of the best wingers in the Premier League, lead striker Rafinha. The race for the player also includes Manchester United and Liverpool. Hakan Çalhanoğlu will leave Milan if the club doesn't qualify for the Champions League next season. Milan is interested in signing Chelsea striker Tammy Abraham. The approximate amount of the transfer is £40 million. The most important thing for me is to play well and help the team. The coach then decides who will be the captain, but that is not my goal at the moment, said De Ligt. If Argentina had Ramos in defense, they would be world champions, says Oscar Ruggeri. Manchester City has agreed to transfer Estudiantes' winger Dario Sarmiento. He costed them £5.2 million. Messi is close to signing a new 10-year contract with Barcelona, The Times reports. Man United may sign the striker of Borussia Mönchengladbach, Alassane Plea. The French striker will be available for £15 million. Paul Pogba could perform at Old Trafford for another season and leave Manchester United in the summer of 2022 for free. Inter is in talks with Lautaro Martinez to sign a new contract. Barcelona monitors the situation around the striker. Marcus Rashford has been playing through pain for the second season, ESPN writes. The forward has shoulder and feet problems. The striker wants to play at Euros, so he will postpone the operations. Dani Ceballos won't stay at Arsenal. He will return to Real Madrid, where he will decide on the future. The boots in which Messi broke Pellé's record were sold for £125,000. The money were immediately transferred to a Catalan hospital. Victor Valdés returns to Barca and will work with the academy goalkeepers. Inter estimates Romelu Lukaku at £105 million. If Chelsea wants to return the striker, then the club will have to bring that amount of money. Koeman has been suspended for the matches against Atletico and Valencia. He said, "Well, what a character," to the fourth referee of the game against Granada. Barcelona have launched an appeal for the matter. Kanté is named the best player of the week in the Champions League. Manchester United intends to keep Cavani. The forward will make a decision after talking with his family. He is set to stay. Varane's agent is in talks with Manchester United and Chelsea. Earlier on, the defender and Real Madrid cannot agree on any contract conditions. Federico Valverde has recovered from the coronavirus and will be ready to play in the second leg of the semi-final against Chelsea. Real Madrid offers Vázquez a $5 million contract under 3+1 scheme. The player is satisfied with the conditions, writes Us. Marcelo will be able to play against Chelsea despite running in the elections. Ramos is ready too, while Mendy is not. Barca has extended the contract with Mingueza until 2023. His payoffs are €100 million. Bruno Fernandes is the best player of the week in the Europa League. He scored 4 points in the match against Roma, 2 goals plus 2 assists. Jose Mourinho has signed a contract with the Sun. The Portuguese manager will be an expert at Euro 2020. The results of yesterday's matches are in front of you. Now, it's time for us to dive into the main news of the release. Unexpected news came to us from England. Manchester City is seriously thinking about the future of Raheem Sterling. The management cannot reach an agreement on signing a new contract, so the forward can be put up on the transfer list. Sterling will be released for at least £80 million. In case Raheem is sold, City will use the proceeds to sign either Grealish or Haaland. At that moment, the favorite to sign Sterling is Real Madrid. By the way, about the Madrid Super Club. Mino Raiola, Erling Haaland's agent, gave an interview to US newspaper and mentioned an intriguing update regarding the future of his client. Of course, a club like Real Madrid can afford Haaland's transfer, Raiola said. What does it actually mean? Is Real a favorite to sign the Norwegian? Juventus striker Cristiano Ronaldo is having his worst times in Turin and is seriously looking to leave the club. The Portuguese instructed his agent Jorge Mendes to start looking for a new club for the next season. According to La Gazzetta dello Sport, the 36-year-old's mood changed after the Bianconeri were knocked out from the Champions League by Porto in the round of 16. It's noted that Cristiano a bit isolated himself from the team. They write about the possible depression of the striker. Manchester United and PSG are favorites for the player. Florentino Perez is in talks with Zinedine Zidane to extend his contract until the summer of 2024. The current coach's agreement expires in the summer of 2022. Perez wants to give Zidane more rights in the matters of transfers and extension of contracts with the players. Also, the Madrid club understands that Zidane is the main key to the signing of Kylian Mbappe. If Zizou wants to leave, then Juventus will be the favorite to sign the manager. Spain also has something to say. The leadership of Barcelona is thinking about the resignation of Ronald Koeman. If Koeman fails to win La Liga, he can be replaced, with Xavi of course. It is reported that Laporta has already managed to contact the coach of the Qatari Al Sadd and discuss his possible move to Camp Nou. In Barca itself, tension flared up between the leaders of the dressing room in the person of Messi, Piqué, Busquets and Ronald Koeman. The leaders believe that Koeman made a mistake with the lineup for the match against Granada and in general reads the game very badly. In the locker room, it is assumed that Koeman will not be able to get better and become a stronger tactician. But there is no open war between the coach and the players. Everyone is focused on winning the championship gold. Well, the situation in Barca is basically getting more and more intense. So we are to move on. Neymar won the Ballon d'Or. The truth is not the one you thought of. The PSG striker was named the best Brazilian who is playing in Europe. It is an award for the year 2020. It is worth noting that this is the fourth such prize for Ney. He outstripped Thiago Silva, who has 3 awards from the Samba Foot publication. And we have something to say about Neymar once again. The Brazilian again smashed the headlines of the world media, because again with might and main they are filled with his comeback to Barcelona. Catalan media RAC 1 reported many details yesterday regarding the next summer's main transfer. It turns out that Neymar is the main transfer aim for Barcelona. Erling Haaland is a number 2 candidate for bolstering the squad. Why did Laporta choose Neymar as a top priority? There are 3 reasons. His high level of performance. Neymar's brand is highly profitable in terms of marketing. He is Messi's friend and will surely help to keep Leo in the team. Barcelona has already talked with Neymar and the Brazilian has confirmed his desire to return to the Camp Nou. He will do everything to return like in the summer of 2019. That is why he still doesn't sign a new contract with the Parisians. PSG are aware of the situation and they seem very concerned. Laporta already linked Al Hilaifi with an offer for Neymar, but PSG rejected it. Barca is confident that Paris will be forced to sell Neymar and his cost will be less than in 2019, when the Brazilian was asked for 150 million euros plus Dembele, Rakitic and Tadibo. Friends, this saga is only picking up its pace. Guys, the Inside Football just released the video about Neymar's return to Barcelona and why his transfer will actually take place. Happy viewing! And it was Football News. Thank you for watching, have a nice one, and see you in a bit.